American strategic thinkers are aware that China is a big part of what props up Iran's ability to survive economically at all, because China essentially is a rogue player when it comes to respecting international sanctions on Iran and also on Russia. If they ever chose to attack Taiwan, then oil transit routes in the seas off the coast of China might be affected, and they will be very much dependent on Iranian oil at that point. So, if Iran ceases to be able to export to China oil, or if China can be compelled to respect the sanctions on Iran, that changes the equation altogether. Iran is an asset for China, even beyond the oil. And if the Iranian regime is defeated resoundingly, that is also implicitly a defeat for China. You have something akin to what George Bush Jr. used to call the axis of evil, somewhat simplistically. But the axis currently arrayed against the West includes China, North Korea, Russia, and Iran. We'll see what happens with Russia in its benighted war against Ukraine. We don't know if China will ever be tempted to use violence to take over Taiwan. And we see right now that the world at large, not just the US and not just Israel, has fundamentally run out of patience with the Islamic Republic, not just with the oppression of its own people, with the brutal massacres that we saw in recent months, which were only the latest manifestation of their willingness to put down domestic protest with deadly force, but also their misbehavior in the region. We cannot forget that beyond the nuclear issue, beyond the ballistic missile issue, Iran actively, not threateningly, actively has destabilized a swath of Arab countries from Lebanon to Syria to Iraq to Yemen, and in a way to Jordan, and most egregiously the Palestinian areas by arming and funding and guiding militias aimed at spreading jihad in the region. That this was ever tolerated was always somewhat befuddling to me. And clearly it's no longer being tolerated.